Welcome. It is Beyond the Boundary as we preview India versus Zimbabwe. Thank you so much for tuning in. It is brought to you, of course, by Zim Papers across all our platforms, our weekly cricket podcast. It's HTQ. I've got Mr. Tich and Edijikami. It's going to be special. They are in their Chevron jerseys, of course. Why? Because it's a special one, 3:30. You know what? Before we even talk about the result, the teams, Mr. Tich, it's India. In India. In Zimbabwe in the right to play India in the Super 8. I mean, just the occasion. I don't know when next it will happen, but this is the day to savor.
I remember, I think Justin Simons, in the aftermath of that defeat to the West Indies, he highlighted that in that West Indies game, which was played in Mumbai, right? Yeah, in Mumbai, only 3 out of that starting 11 had ever played in India. So that just goes to show how rare it is. And I think you have to go back, as in 2016? to the last time that Zimbabwe played in India. And when you think about cricket, you have to think about Lords in England. You have to think about the MCG in Australia. And then anywhere in India, because of the culture, because of the atmosphere. And, you know, I'm thinking from an individual perspective. Yes, Isusu, we're wearing our jerseys. We want what would be an iconic win that we would remember for years and years to come. I think it will probably be right up there, you know, with our most famous wins if it happens. But I think even from a player perspective, this could be an opportunity. You have a good performance there, especially in India against India. Can IPO contract is not going to go there?
Yeah. no, but Eddie, talk to me about this because I'm looking at the matchups. Jasprit Bumrah, Brian Bennett,
Tadiona Shamarumani.
Hey! And then you've got, on the flip side, so Kishan, Nishan, and then Yadav, Pandya, and Sarabani, Ngarava, Brad Evans. Who would have thought in 2026 would earn the right to play India?
Yeah, I think it's a dream match, like what Mr. Tish said. If we manage to pull this, I think it's one of those.
Do we have to win? I know we want to win. I know we want to win. We want to win. But I'm saying this is the biggest audience you get. This is the biggest match you get.
Yeah, of course.
It's in India, it's in Chennai. Yeah. You know, it's iconic as it is. I don't think a victory is necessary. I think you make an impression.
Of course, Ash, but you cannot rule that out.
Okay.
Yeah, we've done that before. We beat Sri Lanka in Sri Lanka.
Yes.
We beat Australia, and now we face India. What can stop us?
Hey. What can stop us? Oh,
India.
And then Mr. Teacher, to be honest, Toyota prepare for a win.
Because
we want a win.
Because there's a difference. You can either go with your heart or you can go with your head. And the head might say, you know, look at the odds. I think we were looking at the odds. I think it's heavily in favor of India. But I think that is what would make it more magnificent. Looking at it in South Africa, and especially going back to that defeat to the West Indies, I think that was our one bad performance that we had. As much as, you know, thinking about a win over India might seem a bit of a stretch, I don't think even if we lose, we're going to lose in the same manner in which we did to the West Indies. So for me, the most important thing primarily is just performance. Let's put in a good performance, because right now, if you're reading the different publications, you're following media and the narrative, everyone from Australia to the UK or even in India, everyone is talking very positively about cricket in Zimbabwe, and that's where we need to be, because for a long time we've loved the game, but we've never felt like the game loved us back. But now, as much as we might still be undecided on whether the game loves us back, the world is starting to accept us back as a worthy opponent. And, you know, even the fact that I'm sure prior to this, we earned the right to be playing India. Because Australia, Sri Lanka, we earned the right. I remember people even joking with the island. We could have.
Because let's highlight that. I like the way you said we've earned it, because first victory, Oman. Then came Australia.
Right.
Then came Island Yagapo. And then Sri Lanka in their own backyard. We topped our group.
Yes.
Unbeaten. With 7 points.
There's nothing accidental about that.
There's nothing accidental. Forget what happened on Monday. West Indies. Okay, fine. New environment and everything. It was shorter boundaries, I guess, then and everything as well. Drop catches as well against the West Indies. But what I'm saying is, we're not the same Zimbabwean side of 2 years ago.
2022.
Or even of in January. We're not the same Chevron side, you understand? India has to play with an element of caution, of respect as well, because like Tit said, we've earned the right.
Yes.
And we do have our strengths. On a good day, we can beat anyone.
Yeah.
So if I'm India, I mean, I understand. You understand.
It's for their own good to respect
how
us.
much do they have to think about Zimbabwe when they go in there?
Yeah, like you are saying, it's for their own good to come into this match and give Zimbabwe the respect that they deserve. Because if you look at this match, I think between Zimbabwe and India, who has more pressure to win the game? I think it's India. Yeah. So it will give us freedom to play our game as Zimbabwe. And of course, India, they do not just need to win, but they need to win big. So the pressure will be more, and I'm sure the pressure in the stands as well will have an effect on their performance.
And you know what? I think for us to have a fighting chance, we just have to make it competitive. I think throughout the game, as long as we feel like we're still in the game, there's more pressure that's going to go India's way. It will mean they might try and force boundaries where they're not. They might take a bit more risk because they're the ones who are expected to win. So the more we sort of restrict them or put pressure on them, the better a chance we have to sort of get a result. And I think if we're going to get a result, for me, primarily, we have to go big. Yes, we're going to talk about those dropped catches, but our fielding has been the most important. And the good thing about the ground in Chennai, it's the dimensions are slightly more bigger, something very familiar to Harare Sports Club, which is where we've played most of our cricket over the last 2 years. And in terms of some of the catches, look at the top catches that we've had, either from Tony Munyonga, Brian Bennett, or even Sekio himself, who's got 6 catches the most. They've all happened right at the edge of the boundary. So the bigger the field, the more likely some of those sixes, we might be able to get a hold of them. And of course, how we start, especially Brian Bennett and Marumani. And I think also, especially in that power play, how we manage bowlers like Ashdip and Bumrah is going to be critical. I don't think when it comes to the power play in particular, we have to try and be aggressive. I think we just have to try and make sure they don't get the best of us, because these are very intelligent, smart bowlers. And they'll be looking to sort of just disrupt whatever momentum we build. Because if we look at it, all our success has been based on a good Bennett performance. Exactly. In terms of laying the foundation.
An unbeaten one. That's what in the last game was West Indies. What was it? The scoreboard pressure. Maybe that led to making those rash decisions, betting collapse and everything as well. Today you say no pressure. So the attitude today has to be, whatever's a problem they need to solve, they need to be calm, composed, and because we have nothing to lose. We are not under pressure, right? that has to be there, and that has served us well against Australia. Batted first, but in that, when Australia was chasing our total, you could tell that they were very, very calm. They went in there with a very good attitude, no pressure. Sikandar Raza was very good as well with his decision making, even when he cramped up. And who came in? I think Clive Madande also came in as well. The collective contribution, whether it's in the field, saving runs, whether it's the catches and everything, the discipline, that's all we need today. I just want a good performance, a clinical performance. Can we get that today?
That's why I said we don't have any pressure to prove anything to anyone.
But we have to play well.
We just have to play our game. We have to just do it well.
No, but I also feel that we need someone to play the game of their lives from a Zimbabwean perspective. If we're going to be we know that on his best day, our captain can be that guy. You saw how he came in with Australia had done what we were hoping to do today, which is stay competitive until Raza came in, I think, towards the end, hit that 45.
Yeah.
Yes, he was got caught out, but that's what changed the complexion of the game.
Yes,
so I believe we need to be able to have a solid foundation so that by the time we get to maybe like over number 12 going forward, that's when our power hitters are starting to come in. That's, I don't want to see Raza, for example, anywhere in that crease until maybe after 12, 13 overs. Because you then know when he comes in, he's got freedom to sort of go after the game. And he knows that if he comes out, Ryan Burl might be there, depending on that right-left combination that they try and do. Tony Minyonga might have an opportunity. Tashinga Msekiwa and all those guys, Brad Evans even can come. So it's very important that we keep wickets.
Okay.
It's important that we keep wickets until maybe around just before we get to that final power play, and we're going at a decent run rate, maybe somewhere between 6 and 9 over. If we do that, we will be competitive. Whether we win, I think it's just going to depend on the fine margins.
Oh, definitely. We'll be proud of the boys as well. Look, in case you're tuning in, this is Beyond the Boundary. We are previewing probably the biggest game, of their lives as well. And something iconic as well. It's in India. It's in Chennai. It's India versus Zimbabwe to start at 3:30 p.m. exactly, Zimbabwean time. I was given an update on our group, right? Group 1. So South Africa have won. They've beaten the West Indies by 9 wickets. Yeah? The West Indies that gave us flames on Monday. Been swatted aside, by 9 wickets. So South Africa have 4 points. West Indies have got 2. And then India and Zim yet to get on the board in this Super 8. And India are more under pressure now because they need to win this one. And then maybe there's the West Indies game. And for us, Super 8 stage is history on its own. And I'm just looking at it because I want to touch on the point that Mr. Tit said we need to keep wickets. I was thinking about the Sri Lanka game. We played with a very good atmosphere. I think it was a good one as well, and we beat them in their own backyard.
Remember how silent they went?
Yeah, first 2. But I think the first 2 overs as well. There were no boundaries in there. And I think Brian Bennett and Marumani, they started out slow and they did their thing. Then they started doing their thing as well. I think Brian Bennett was a bit slower in getting to his half century, but he kept his wicket. That's the one thing that Mr. Tich was saying. Just be composed, keep your wicket. When it's time to panic, they didn't panic. So the same approach today. We really shouldn't be. If we bat first, I'm not sure who's going to win the toss and what the decision will be. What's a good decision today? What do you think? Bat first and then defend, or maybe like Monday, hey, try to chase a daunting target. What's better for Zimbabwe psychologically? What do you think?
Probably I would love to look back to the game on Monday. Could say the pressure got the good of us.
Yeah, chasing
a big margin. So today, India, they need a big margin. Obviously, they will come out firing.
Yeah.
And you cannot deny that Kana Vaga better first. They are probably going to set a big target for us. And us chasing, I think the chasing game has always been a weakness for us. So I would think if we win the toss, let's play it first.
That scoreboard pressure, it plays with your mind.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
And you know what? If you look at the history of the Chevrons, if there's most of our memorable wins or most of our big wins have come even when we've put up a low total. And as in, we have the capacity to defend almost any total. If we put up 130, somehow we can miraculously defend that. I think the psychology of chasing a 180 plus score or 200 plus score it creates unnecessary pressure. Because remember, for us, it can be a psychological advantage, right? Because whatever we do, right, if we bat first, we put more pressure on India. Because hypothetically, we get a 160 or maybe a 180. It means now they can't afford to lose wicket.
Yeah.
If they want to push their run rate up. So that's also going to make. I don't know whether that will then force them to play a bit more cautiously. That could play in our favor. But if they are batting first, they could potentially want to take you to that 200, 220, yes, knowing that they've got this. Because I mean, Jasper Bruma, my gosh, he's one of the smartest. He will. I don't think any of our players have ever faced him ever.
No, same on TV. Yeah? You understand?
So I think that's going to be a factor as well.
Yeah.
I remember very vividly, just prior to, I think was it the 2022 World Cup, when we went to Tasmania and Hobart for that series against Australia.
Yeah.
And then we beat Australia in Australia.
Yeah.
I remember listening to the commentary, and I think it was Ricky Ponting who was on commentary, and he was talking about the first game, I think, where we beat them, and he highlighted one thing, that Zimbabwe had one advantage that over Australia, given how some of these big nations play, the lack of data. They didn't know much about Zimbabwe, but after that, for example, they were able to then say no, and I remember him highlighting that if we want to get Sikandar Raza, who's their star man, out, you're most likely to get him out with the short ball. And I think within 2 or 3 balls of him saying that,
they understood.
Short ball, he was gone.
Gone.
So I'm saying, as much as Bumrah is an unknown quantity, if quietly, whether it's Courtney Walsh, who's the bowling consultant, or it's Justin Salmons, or the senior players, or rather, if we have a plan, because sometimes it's just going, okay, this is how we are going to deal with this guy.
Yeah.
Are we going to play defensively? Are we going to try, I don't know how we approach it, but I think because he has never faced us as well, we have the potential to also produce something different.
Something that might work in our favor as well, because we want to look at that. All right, so we are live. We're live on our Zim Papers platforms, of course, on Star FM. We are there on Zim Papers TV network, on Herald Zimbabwe, and all the other platforms. I'll read a few of the messages now. Taurai Matotote says, guys, I'm tuned in. Wow. And then another, Felistas Mashaba says, wow, cute overload. They are tuned in. Thank you for tuning in. Right, let's talk about the matchups. You mentioned Bumrah. We love Bumrah. Yeah. I saw India played. What was it? Namibia. I think they played Namibia in the group stages. Yeah. I saw Bumrah. What did he do? I think when he patted someone on the back. I think it was one of the batsmen for Namibia after he removed his teammate. It was like, because I think he understood that these guys appreciate the kind of stars they are. They appreciate the occasion. We're playing India in India for the first time with the stars that we love and look up to. You understand?
Because when India comes in, they're not sending their stars.
There's no way you experience that as well. So I'm just saying it probably will be that similar atmosphere. I'm looking at a guy like Blessing Zarabani. He understands. They were talking about in the game against West Indies how Jason Holder gave him a few tips, right? Similar height, but at the same time as well, he bowls a lot fuller now. The line is a lot better as well. He takes wickets, crucial wickets. He knows how to problem solve because he's been in the company of some of these iconic players as well. Yeah. Jason Holder took time. For some of our players, you might see a 6 or 4. You might even see a smile today. Even if hit for 6 or for 4. I'm just saying, they are going to appreciate also, and I think there's also an element of appreciation from India as well, to know that, hey, this team has done well, but also kind of look up to us as well, and we appreciate them for getting this far. Isn't that what we're going to see today?
Yeah, of course, but we must also be mindful of over-respecting these guys. Because in India, I was reading some of the previews to this match. Yeah, they are taking Zimbabwe as equal partners. So our players would not be starstruck when they look at Bumrah or any of the other stars.
Is the victory the only important thing today? Is the result? That's what I'm asking you guys. That's what I'm driving at here to say. If Blessing Zarabani is on the same pitch and he's saying a Bumrah, Kisha, Dishad and everything as well, surely there will be light-hearted moments. I see you.
Here's something that we have to circle. Here's something that we have to circle back. There's been a pattern of behavior that I've picked up from the Chevrons this particular World Cup, and I think there's an intentionality behind it. When we beat Australia, when we beat Sri Lanka, there was a calmness that was evident even from Sekanda Raza. You know, I remember how offended Australians were because I remember Muzarabani was interviewed afterwards, and like you said, there was an expectation that they'll be like, oh my gosh, wow, we were so fair. But I think there was so I think we have to tap into that. I think privately, after the match or in the dressing rooms or whatever, they can have those conversations. But
of course.
on the field, because I feel if we pay too much respect to them, that could backfire.
This is
just be emotionally blank.
I like what you said. I like what you've said as well. Oman was a good victory, and then came Australia. That was iconic, right? Even Sri Lanka. None of those teams are India. None of those players are as iconic. But, you understand? But I cannot help it. I'm there. I'm a Chevron's player. There is no way I will help. Hey, just take time, just wave a smile and say, hey, Kishan, wonderful.
Like I say, we are not in the Super 8.
No way I will crucify a Chevron's player for doing that. I'm
not saying crucify them. But here I'm saying the best way you can pay respect to Jasper Bruma or whoever you're facing is give him your best.
Give him your best.
It's like if you're Brian Bennett, you know, if you give him your best
version of yourself.
Exactly. Spin with Brian, try that one. Try that. But that's he's going to come and he's going to be like, because what's better? You going like, Bumrah, I respect you. Or you or Bumrah bowling to you and you hit him for 6 and he looks at you like,
No, you can still do that while you appreciate the occasion. This is what I'm just driving at as well, because it's not just that this is something to say, but probably once in a lifetime when they get to play them as well. All right, so our lineups as well. Trying to get the lineups just before the match. It's going to start at 3:30 as well, right? But what we are seeing for Zimbabwe, they're probably not going to be any surprises today, right? Probably will be the same lineup. You've got your Bennett, you've got your Marumani, Dion Myers. I'm just not sure today. He got some time actually to bat, against the West Indies. Put some runs on the board, which was nice. Goes into this game as well. Ryan Bell, we'll see him up the order, maybe at number 3. Sekanda Raza comes in as well. Tony Munyonga, Tashinga Msekiwa. Those are guys we trust now, right? Brad Evans. I just want to talk about Brad Evans. What he did against the West Indies. Should we elevate him up the order? He can bat.
No. I think we need him where he is, because I think that plays into the team dynamic. Because for Tony Munyonga or Tashinga Msekiwa, who comes before them, I think one of the things that allows you to play with freedom is knowing that at least I've got someone else besides Ngarawa and Muzarabani. I think if you're playing and you're in the 17th over and you know Gabuda, Korea, Blessing, Muzarabani, and Ngarawa, I think you might be a bit more cautious. But knowing that you have someone like Brad, as much as we are tempted, because remember, for Tony Munyonga and for Tashinga Msekiwa, they're not really contributing with the ball. They're brought in for Tony, I think particularly his power hitting. Tashinga, his finishing. The way their ability to play with freedom. So we can't have anything that sort of handicaps that. So I would keep Brad, because I would rather Brad be there, and we need 30 runs from the last 2 overs. I'd rather Brad.
Then unleash Brad Evans.
I wouldn't want it to get to that, but I would rather Brad than Zarabani.
That's true as well.
Because that's the advantage of playing with freedom without any pressure. I think we saw it with the Brad. There was nothing to prove there. He just played his game and he just demonstrated what he can do.
The creativity.
My shots are
with the ball. I mean,
so I just wish all our guys they play like that. Just play your normal game. Don't put yourself under pressure. Being in the Super 8, we have more than achieved what we wanted to.
Go and look at
the biggest audience you're going to get in a cricket game is today for the Chevron. just with the ball, with the ball as well, our bowling lineup. Blessing will be the Mzarabani, Nchad Ngarava, Brad Evans, our 3 seamers. And then there might come a time where we need to turn to maybe our spinners as well. West Indies, Sikandar Raza put himself into Graham Creamer. I didn't work out against him, but maybe that is. Ryan Bell also bowled and did. Not sure Masagaza doesn't play today, right? Because I think we were 3 seamers and Sikandar and Graham Creamer. We hope for wickets today, right? When is a good time? I would assume today, if we bowl first, Mzarabani and Ngarava, and then Brad Evans at some point as well. Yeah. Those will be our strike bowlers, right?
Yeah.
They have to be. When do we introduce Creamer and Sikandar Raza? Does the captain put himself in under pressure? Because hey, today is a different.
It is a different monster altogether. But I think we would need those guys in the middle overs when we are trying to slow these guys down, because I'm sure the Indians, they will be coming fighting today. So probably if we can try and contain them in the power play overs, and then we try to slow them down during
first
the
6 overs. You want to see Raza or Creamer? The power play?
I think it would depend on the situation.
Okay.
Yeah, but the good thing is that we've got the variety in Zimbabwe. We can choose whether we continue with the sim or we introduce sim.
We try and do something.
Spin earlier on, yeah.
What did they do against Sri Lanka? First over, Sikandar Raza.
I think
we surprised them.
That was a bit experimental. I think we have to play it by ear because remember, one of our biggest assets, something that even Justin Simons is being unpredictable. I think that can catch India off guard, but I think we also then need to be able to make decisions. If we open with spin and it doesn't work, or we try Muzo, for pace and he gets hit, I think our ability to realize, okay, this is the quick decision making in terms of realizing spinning roll up.
What we need to
do we panic or do we be patient? Sometimes you have to be patient. Brad Evans, what happened as well? I think in the Sri Lanka innings, he got wickets towards the end, right? In the 17th over. Yeah, he was hammered, especially in that over. He got like 17, then we turned with 2 wickets as well. Or we be patient, we be calm, and we see things through. What do you think?
But the bottom line is we want to contain these guys.
Okay.
Yeah. So if we see that tactically as Kushanda, it's better to change quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, than to be patient then and we suffer more.
We suffer more.
Remember, we were patient, but
I see. All right, 2 quick things as well I want to know. Batting 20 overs, or full 20 overs. Bowling India out. What if you had to wish for something? Just anything today.
Betting 20 overs.
Betting 20 overs is for us to be a good achievement today.
It is.
Okay, bowling India out.
Yeah, but I think
it's very there.
I'd rather we bet our 20 overs because the assumption is that we want to bet first.
Bet first and put some runs on the board. I'm seeing your messages. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah, we are live on our Zim Papers platforms. Zim will win. Brightness, my name. I say Zim will win. Yeah, we need those bright predictions. Thank you so much, Brightness. Simba Joanna Kashue says if guys bowl well, make India put 150 or 130, we have a chance to win. And we'll bat first, put 180 on the board and take wickets in the power play. Yeah, that sounds like something that Justin Simons was saying. As a coach, right? So Simba, thank you so much. And then Prince says, Wadi, I'm tuned in. Thank you so much. Mavis comes in. Mavis also discovering the faces to the voices different platforms. Thank you very much for tuning in, but you know what, we enjoyed 3:30. Guys, we've been doing this countdown since last week. I'm ready. I'm ready, guys. I'm just ready. It's going to be special as well. After this, we take results, whatever the result. After this is something we'll use as a case study. I know they always say we beat Australia 2007. We beat them again as well. We played India in India. Is that not a highlight on it?
That's a highlight.
It's the first time. First time we're playing India in India.
In the Super 8.
And not in the Super 8.
Okay, India
in T20s. This is the first time we're playing India.
It's iconic on its own.
And remember, this is different from what happened between India and Namibia. That was just
stage,
we earned the right to play India.
Right. We earned the right as well. So look, we're at the Super 8 and we are loving life as well. It's going to be amazing. All right, for our group, just a recap for those who are interested. In South Africa, they've qualified, right, for the semis. I think they're virtually in, right, with 4 points.
They've got one leg in.
Barring any changes as well. West Indies have got 2. India have got 0. Zimbabwe have got 0. That's from our group as well. Semi-final would be a dream. I mean, say it happens. Say we beat India today. Say we beat India. We don't know what to do with ourselves.
I think we can even do a 3-hour podcast for that. just talking.
I feel like we'll do 3 hours today. We'll be back tomorrow. Back the other day.
I think this one
it could be life-changing too. Talk about those IPO contracts. Talk about everything as well.
And
that's my wish. The respect
that we end from
the respect. Things have changed. We were talking about it as well, that the perception of Zimbabwe has changed just with the performance here as well. The consistency. Are they going to have a lot more work to do, the Chevrons, after this World Cup to just try and meet the expectations, meet the conversations now that are happening about Zimbabwe? Because you really have to then be consistent about your cricket after this, right?
I don't think it's going to be pressure or there's a lot of expectations. I think we need to take advantage of this perception, because a lot of what was happening with our cricket was the perception. It was Ireland feeling like, okay, we're on the same level as Zimbabwe. Bangladesh going like, okay, let's do them a favor. They once did us a favor, but now I think if Australia want to come to Zimbabwe, even to their own fans, it can be justifiable because these guys once beat us. Sri Lanka, and I think, and even just some of the other big nations, it's going to. And for me, ideally, the one team that personally I would want to beat is South Africa, because they have no interest in playing us at all.
Yet they are neighbors.
So I think they will be hurt the most.
Okay.
If we beat them, but let's focus on India.
All right, our neighbors will play them on Sunday, right, at 11:30. South Africa won. Yeah, Aiden Markram was outstanding. Was the player of the match, right? And he spoke about it afterwards. Him and Quinton de Kock, he says we did well, especially in that power play. I have good relationship with Queenie, and I took responsibility. And we need someone to do the same, because we're going to see Markram on Sunday. Yeah? Even Shai Hope as well says very important to get a big score. We lost today, but at least we have points on the board in that game against Zimbabwe. So yeah, for them, for South Africa, contrasting feelings today. South Africa won and they are through. Like he said, Sunday, South Africa against Zimbabwe in anything, whether it's cricket or whatever it is as well. It could be a statement. This is iconic. This is fun. South Africa, okay, then we try our best to.
We need them as one.
You know what? But we don't get an opportunity to play them at their best. This is what I think that's what Mr. Tich is saying. They don't want to bring their best sides when we play them here. So this is more than just a cricket match. This is an opportunity to just remind them how good we can be.
And that they also need to respect us as their neighbors. I think we should be playing South Africa more than any other team.
Why?
Because of proximity.
Just because they are neighbors, they owe us.
No, because I'm saying it makes sense now. Okay. When in New Zealand or in India is coming, it makes sense for them to stop over here.
We played Bangladesh a lot more than we played South Africa.
But it makes sense for it. But South Africa has the privilege of getting a lot of the bigger nations coming through. So if we earn some kind of respect, we can be a stopover point to say, you know what, England is coming. They're going to do sort of like a warm-up thing. And if they're not taking us as they go to South Africa. Or South Africa can say, guys, come be part of a tri-series in South Africa. I think we'll be really willing to do that. But we also need to make sure that we're competitive enough that there is value for South Africa. They're not just feeling like we're a charity case.
No. We are not a charity. We're in the Super 8 playing India in India. You want to say something?
Yeah, but to be competitive, we need to be playing more often. And these are the opportunities that you are saying. Probably South Africa is our neighbors. We should be creating
more working relationships
so that we have that relationship and we play more often. by that, I'm sure we'll get to some level that is better than where we are.
After the Super 8, we have nations knocking on our door to say, all right, come in. Why not a tour of India? After this, so why not? Why shouldn't the West Indies say, okay, come to the Caribbean and let's have some fun? You understand? I'm saying after this, we've made the impression. Can't we inquire and get some tours with competitive sides? Why not? It may not be South Africa, but I'm sure the others will be seeing us and saying, hey, why not? In the other group, you've got New Zealand, you've got Sri Lanka, you've got England. I think relationship is good now, right? Yeah, with England and everything as well. Why not? It may not be South Africa, but maybe something can come out of this, right?
Yeah, of course. But the bottom line is we should be playing more often. And I'm happy last year, look how many games we played. More than 30, 40 games, T20 games. And look where we are.
We played Test cricket more than any other year as well, which was good. Yeah.
We did improve. Mm-hmm. We did improve.
Look where we are. Yeah, Super 8. Now, guys, just before we close, prediction. Give me the heart prediction, give me the head prediction, give me the gut prediction. I don't know, wherever it's coming from as well. What do you think? It's India, it's Zimbabwe. It doesn't necessarily have to be just the result. Just tell me what you think is going to happen.
I think for me, it's going to be a low-scoring, nail-biting win for Zimbabwe.
Nail-biting win for Zim. Eddie, what do you think? That would be fun as well. I like the laugh at the end because we are here for it. What do you think?
Yeah, my heart is telling me that Zimbabwe should win.
Should win.
Zimbabwe should win.
And you're ignoring your head.
Because between my heart and my head. My head is saying that India, they will be going to be coming out their best today.
Yeah.
They're going to play their best game because this game matters most for them because it hinges, their continued stay in the tournament hinges on this game.
Yeah, but
if they fail to win against Zimbabwe, they are out, and that will be history for India to exit at this stage of the tournament.
I think for me, my confidence comes from the fact that at our best, we are one of the hardest teams to beat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to Tabanani. It's just Tikatamba to the best of our ability. We are a hard team to beat. But usually, when we lose, no matter how good the opposition is, we're usually our own worst enemies.
Yeah.
You know, so that but so it's just if we play our best game,
but Mr. Teach, our problem is we tend to respect these guys most of these times. And that's why I'm saying my heart and my head.
Okay.
We
respect India, but for today, we are in there, man. We're going to have so much fun. Look, it's 3:30. Okay, wherever you are, just find a TV set somewhere, monitor somewhere, just savor the moment. It's a special moment. It's an iconic team. It's the Chevrons, in India, in Chennai as well. It's going to be fun. 3:30. Thank you so much for tuning in to Beyond the Boundary. Look, we're back next week, Thursday, as well as our weekly podcast. We'll be talking about what happened today, right? And then, of course, we'll tell you about what happened even on Sunday against South Africa. It should be special. The Chevrons at the World Cup, it's been special. It's been iconic, an iconic performance. One more is just what we're looking for, right, against India today. So thank you so much from me, from Ash, from Mr. Titch and Eddie. Now we are off to watch the game. It's going to be fun. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hey, yeah!